Dear students, now I am going to explain about the question which is explain the FD statistics and apply to electron gas. So in order to write this question, so we have to write the conditions for the FD statistics and write the formula for the FD statistics. So first of all, we have to write the two conditions compulsory. So what is that? The total number of particles in a system is constant at a particular temperature. So I am taking N1 is the number of particles which are having the energy is of E1. So number I am taking N1 is are the particles which are having the N1 E1 energy, and N2 are the particles which are having the E2 energy, up to so on. So like that. So the total number of particles here we have N1 and N2 N3. So N1 plus N2 plus N3 equals to constant. So nothing but the total number of particles is conserved. So that means I am writing in the summation form. So sigma Ni equals to constant. So if I am differentiating this equation with respect to time, so that is summation of delta Ni equals 0. So this is the first condition. So next we have to go to the second condition. So that is total energy in the system remains constant. So how much of the energy is there? So number of N1 particles having the E1 energy, and N2 particles are having the E2 energy, and N3 particles are E3 energy, up to so on. So the total energy will be, we can write N1 E1 plus N2 E2 plus N3 E3 up to so on. So the total equal to constant. So the constant is the total energy. Constant is nothing but the total energy. So the total energy in system remains constant. So that's why I am writing in the place of total energy I am writing constant. So above equation we can write in the form of summation form. So that is sigma Ni into A equals constant. So if I differentiating this equation, so A is the constant value, so number of particles will be changed. So for a certain time, number of particles, N1 particles has some E1 energy. After some time, so there may be number of particles N2 having E1 energy, or N1 particles having the E2 energy. So number of particles will be changed, but the energy, the portion of the partitions of energy is constant. So that's why Ei is a constant. So Ni is the variable value. So that's why by differentiating this equation we can write sigma Ei into Ni delta Ni equals 0. So next we will write the formula for the FD statistics, that is N of E equals to D of E G of E dE into 1 by e to the power of alpha plus beta A plus 1. So in this question we have to calculate the Fermi energy of electron gas. So before going that, what is Ne? So N of E dE is the total number of the particles which are having the energy lies in the range E to E plus dE. So that is the formula. So N of E dE equals to G of E dE into 1 by under root of e to the power of alpha plus beta A plus 1. So here G of E dE will be equal to the G of P dP. So that is equals to into 4 pi p square dP into V by H cube. So why we are writing here 2? So 2 is the, in a particular cell, the maximum number of particles in a particular cell, that is 2 in phase space. So 4 pi p square dP is the that is the value of G of P dP in momentum space. So and V by H cube is the elemental value. So elemental value of cell in phase space. So that's why we have to multiplying with 2, because for example neon having the configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So in outermost orbit, so there are 3 orbits are there. One is px, another one is py, another one is pz. So every orbital, in px orbital the maximum number of particles will be 2, and also in py orbital also the number of particles 2. So in case of 2s2, so in case of s orbital also we have 2 electrons, nothing but this is the number of particles in phase space. So this orbital is the minimum volume existing the 2 particles in a cell. So that's why I am writing 2 into. So here V by h cube is the volume. So this is the 4 pi p square dp is the probability function for d of p dp. So that's why we are multiplying these three values, so we can get the g of p dp value. So at 0 degree Kelvin, so 1 by e to the power of alpha plus beta A plus 1 value equals to 1. So we have to remember this value. So this is the equals to 1. So that's why n of e dE equals to g of e dE. So in the place of g of e dE, we can write g of p dp. So in the place of 1 by e to the power of alpha plus beta by plus 1, that is will be equals to 1. So that's why n of e dE equals to 8 pi p square dp into v divided by h cube. So next one we have to, so we know the value of n of e dE. So let's take capital N is the total number of the particles in a system at a particular temperature. So I am taking here the temperature is 0 degree Kelvin. So that's why the total number of, we don't know the how many numbers are participating in the system. That's why I am writing integrating from 0 to infinity n of e dE. So here I am writing the energy values. So that is E equals 0 to E equals EF. At the absolute 0 degree Kelvin, any number of particles doesn't have energy exceeding than the Fermi energy. So what is Fermi energy here? Fermi energy is the total kinetic energy of the particles at 0 degree temperature, 0 degree Kelvin. So that's why in the place of infinity I am writing EF. So here we are substituting the values of energy only. So that's why we know the value of n of e dE, that is 8 pi p square into v divided by h cube into dp. So here 8 pi v by h cube is the constant value, so that's why. So we will remains the p square is the remains in the integral value, so that is p square dp. So what is the integral value of p square dp? That is p cube by 3. So here we have the energy limits values, that is E equals 0 to E equals EF. So but so p doesn't have the values from 0 to EF, so energy only. So kinetic energy only having the limits from 0 to EF. So that's why the momentum value will be, I am changing into the kinetic energy. That is, in case we know the formula for p square equals to 2me. Here E is the kinetic energy, then P equals to under root of 2me. So we can write in the place of P, that is 2 under root of 2me. So by writing this value, so we can calculate like this. So p square p to the power of q, that's why I am writing under root of 2me whole to the power of q by 3. So p taking it outside to the integral value, so that is 2me whole to the power of 3 by 2. So because p has power 3, so under root of 2me also have power 3. So 2me under root of 2me means nothing but 2me power 1 by 2. So that's why 2me power 1 by 2 whole power 3. So that's why we have power 3 by 2. So 2 we can write in the 2me by applying the limits, upper limit and lower limit. So first of all I am writing upper limit value, then so lower limit value will be 0. So I am not writing in next equation. So that is 2m whole power 3 by 2 into e to the power of 3 by 2. So from this formula we can write the value of EF whole to the power of 3 by 2 equals to 3nh cube by 8 pi v into 2m power whole power 3 by 2. So from this formula we can write E power EF, that is Fermi energy. So by writing the power on both sides with 2 by 3, so we can get this value. So finally we get the value of Fermi energy, that is EF equals to h square by 2m square into 3n by 8 pi v whole to the power of 2 by 3. So this is the expression for the Fermi energy of electron gas. Thank you.